Yes, everyone, how are we doing? And welcome to the post-match review for Manchester City 0, Liverpool 2. What a boring match of football that was, eh? Terrible. But as bad as it was and as boring as it was, there are quite a few talking points I do want to get into in this video. However, before I get into it, I do want to address the fact that obviously there was no match day vlog for this game, was there? Yes, I did go to the game, but no, I obviously did not enjoy it. Look, I did film a few bits ahead of the game and just before it and even the first half, but look, I just didn't enjoy it. I didn't think the video was anywhere near the standard that I want to set for this channel. It just wasn't worth your time watching it, my time uploading it. It wasn't good enough. And yeah, I just didn't even bother wasting your time, to be honest with you. However, this one you're about to watch will definitely be worth your time. So watch to the end. Let me know your thoughts and everything I've said in the comments. Subscribe if you're not already. And look, let's get into discussing this match, this boring match. Now, look, I'll start off by saying I don't think this was a good performance from either side, really. I think as far as Liverpool, they were not good. They were actually average at best, if that's me being kind. But they didn't have to be good. Now, I have received quite a lot of a backlash following the match review, the quick one that I do after the games over on my TikTok. But obviously, I've received quite a bit of stick on there because people saying I'm bitter and I'm sour. Obviously, I'm not happy with the result. I'm not happy about it at all, but I wouldn't say I'm bitter or sour about it. But my view straight after the game was the fact that Liverpool was just not good. They weren't a good side. They're one of the worst Liverpool sides that have turned up to the Etihad in the past decade. And I stand by that. They weren't good today. And pretty much all the Jurgen Klopp sides that have arrived at the Etihad and played better than that one today. You know, shoot me. I don't care. I stand by my opinion. But, yeah, people have been saying about how, look, Liverpool had a game plan. That was the plan all along, to get a couple goals and sit behind the ball and just not even bother attacking. You know, it's an interesting game plan, one that worked. I can't say it was a lot of fun to watch, probably for either sets of fans, but I don't think Liverpool fans will care about that. They got the 3 points, 11 points clear. They're going to go on and win the Premier League. So that's what you need to do. You got the 3 points and yeah, that's what they did. They set out to do and they achieved it. So as far as the game plan, it was a successful one. But I still stand by the fact I don't think Liverpool played well today. But they didn't have to. City just, it was an improvement. It was a little bit better than Madrid, you know. But anything would have been an improvement from that game. It still was missing an awful lot that I wanted to see. But Manchester City had a lot of the ball. We were in control of possession for, you know, a lot of the game. And we were good in different areas of the pitch. You know, I felt like City defensively at times was sound. You know, Ake and Kusanov were good as a partnership. Going forward on the wings, you know, Doku on Trent was fantastic. Savinho and Robertson I thought was really good. I think both wingers won the battles. But I don't care about wingers winning battles or centre-halves winning duels if you don't get the 3 points. And we didn't get the 3 points. We didn't get a point. As good as we were in different areas, there was the main one, the most important one, you know, in the box, putting the ball in the box, having someone to put the ball in the back of the net. When you're putting the ball into the box, you know, scoring goals is the aim of the game, and that's what we were missing. And we didn't look like scoring. We were good in certain transitions and certain movements, but the ultimate thing is we just didn't look like scoring a goal. We missed Haaland big time today. You know, to think that a few seasons ago Manchester City won the Premier League, not just a certain match or two, the Premier League title without a striker, it is mental to think, you know, after looking at that performance. Now, look, I know, obviously, that the squad that we won it with was very different to the one we've got now, but still, there's still quite a few players that were part of that squad. It's the same manager, same setup. We try and play the same way for, you know, a lot of it, so it was just, it wasn't good a lot of times. You know, we missed Erling Haaland a lot. I felt like we missed him against Madrid, but Haaland wouldn't have made the difference against Madrid. We were getting knocked out of that tie one way or another anyway. However, today I think Haaland would have changed the game. I think City definitely would have got something out of this game with Haaland up top. Now look, Marmoush and Foden, Kanate and Van Dijk ate up really. You know, they had the better of them two, but the damage that we were doing out wide when beating the fullbacks, if we were putting the ball into the box for an Erling Haaland to snipe up, no, he's not going to score every chance he gets. He might need a few to put the ball in the back of the net. But I definitely think he would have been able to do that at least once or twice in this game. So yeah, look, I think that's that as far as the City performance. Like, Liverpool weren't great, but they didn't have to be. City let them, you know, play in second gear all game and come out with a 2-0 win, which shows that as much as there was improvements there from Madrid, it's still we've still got a long way to go, I think. Yeah, look, let's get into the incidents that happened inside the actual match. Obviously, Liverpool took an early lead. Mohamed Salah, who else? I made a video actually talking about Salah on my TikTok ahead of the game, saying that he's the player, the one player in world football that City play very often that I hate playing against the most, because it doesn't matter the form Manchester City are in, it doesn't matter the form Liverpool are in, it doesn't even matter the form Salah's in. He will always find a way of scoring against City, and he carried on once again today. To be fair, I did think he was decent today, but yeah, and I mean, he scored, but with a lot of help from Nathan Ake's deflection. You know, it was a smart little corner routine from Liverpool. They played it short, I think, to Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones passed it into Salah. Salah hit it first time and took a big deflection that took it too far from Edison. And we're 1-0 down. I think it felt, I'm not too sure the minute, but it felt like 10-15 minutes into the match. And look, a little bit later, Manchester City did actually respond. It was limbs in South Stand for about 2.5 seconds when we thought we'd equalise. Marmoush with a beautiful finish across the keeper, off the post into the back of the net. It was a beautiful goal. And yeah, like I said, you know, I was on my seat, had a look at the pitch, and referee's got his flag up, and a short VAR check. He was definitely offside. I don't know why it took him as long as it did, but yeah, even after that, I felt like that was our only, that wasn't even a full chance. It was like a half chance that Marmoush's quality just managed to put away. Liverpool got a second, Szoboszlai. It was a little bit sloppy defending, and following that, there wasn't any incidents to talk about, was there, Liverpool? I mean, they actually did score in the second half, Curtis Jones, but that was offside. Szoboszlai in the build up to that. But other than the Curtis Jones goal, following Szoboszlai's goal, there was just nothing. A very slow, sluggish, boring second half. Sideways from Manchester City. When we did go forward, sometimes we'd beat our player going, you know, on the wing, but there'd be nothing in the middle. It's just the story of the game. I'm not going to repeat myself again, but it was just a boring match. And look, I've watched Guardiola's press conference after the game, and he seems to think it went quite well. I'll read out on my notepad here, talk about professionalism here, but yeah, I'll read out what Guardiola said about the game, and then we'll discuss it after. So Pep's thoughts on the game: we lost, but the performance was really, really good. Really, really good. I recognise my team in the last two Premier League games. The pace, the rhythm, the pressing, the solidarity for most of them playing in difficult positions. I approve it, and it was really good. Now, I'll put that back down there. I disagree, to be fair, for periods of it. Look, it was better, but I wouldn't say it was really, really good. As far as recognising his team in the past two Premier League matches, that's the bit I want to discuss here. He recognises them for the past two. I think that was very different of a match compared, you know, the Liverpool game to the Newcastle game when we beat them 4-0. I thought it was like night and day. When I was watching the Newcastle game, I felt like City were a lot more dangerous on the ball. We were a lot more attacking minded on the ball. The rhythm was better. The pace was definitely better against Newcastle. Now, look, maybe it wasn't, and I only feel that way because we put 4 goals in the back of the net and beat Newcastle 4-0, whereas today we didn't even score. So maybe it's just the way I'm seeing it, as far as, or how I'm remembering it, because it was a good memory watching, you know, the Newcastle game. It felt good, but I think there was a big difference between Newcastle and Liverpool in the build-up, the speed of the build-up. Everything Pep said, I felt like was better in the Newcastle game. Now, look, maybe if we did have Haaland up front, because obviously we did against Newcastle, the rhythm, when it would have got into Haaland, everything would have clicked together nicely, and it could have been the same. But it's always put some maybes in it. Pep, he can have his opinion, I can have mine. I still love the man to pieces. I still feel like there was a big difference between Newcastle and Liverpool. I think Newcastle was brilliant today, wasn't brilliant. Yeah, look, I don't want to come in here and just be all negative and down about everything, but it's a bit difficult not to be when we just lost 2-0 to, you know, one of your biggest rivals and they're running away with the league. It's not nice, is it? But there are positives to take from this. It was a big improvement from Real Madrid. The team that we're playing up next, Tottenham away, obviously a stadium we always struggle to play at, but it's a Tottenham side that haven't looked great across this season. They managed to beat us 4-0 though, so, you know, what does it count for? And they are actually starting to pick up again, but, you know, Tottenham aren't as good of a side as Liverpool are. Haaland could be back for Tottenham. Pep said it was just too risky to play him today, but Tottenham could be a different matter. You know, we could see the big man up top again. And yeah, I think the two shining lights of this game was definitely Kusanov, a little whip it at the back, outstanding performance from him today. at centre-half, coming in with a big block in the second half. His passing, his pace, everything. He's a very well-rounded centre-half, and there's a big future for him at Manchester City. I think we're going to see him here for the next 6-7 seasons, however long he wants to stay. I love him. I absolutely love him. I've not seen much of him, but already I'm in love. City's signings already from January: Nico, Marmoush and Kusanov. Obviously Vita Reyes will see more in the future, but them three, we're in love already. So yeah, I thought Kusanov was brilliant. And also Jeremy Doku, it's his first start in a little while. He came back from injury, and then his first game back, I can't remember who it was against, I'm sorry, but yeah, he picked up a knock, and we've not seen him for the past month or so. He's been on the bench, but we've not seen him start. And today, he was City's best attacker. He really was. You know, he had the beating of Trent near enough every time he ran at him. I think Trent, in fact, he beat him that much that Trent he tried to stop defending, and then just decided for the rest of the game he was going to try and wipe Doku out. And even then, it didn't work. Do you know what I mean? Doku, he ran rings around him, and I think it could have been a different game. If Doku's end product is just a little bit better, he could honestly turn into one of the best wingers in the league, in the world, etc. You know, his skill on the ball, the way he beats the man, he's predictable, and you all know what he's going to do, but he still pulls it off. It's mental. So yeah, I'd like Doku to start again on Wednesday against Spurs, but I'm not going to speak too much on the Spurs game anyway. There's a Spurs preview for that's out tomorrow, so yeah, we'll talk about that then. But like I said, it's not all doom and gloom. Kusanov, Doku, Savinho were all good today. It was an improvement from Madrid. There are little positives to take out of the game, but ultimately, City weren't good enough. We let Liverpool win the game comfortably in second gear. And this dog, I'm sorry if you've heard throughout this video, right? This dog's snoring. Can you hear it? But I don't want to be tight and stick him in the kitchen or something, so it is what it is. Wasn't as annoying as watching them lot celebrate right next to me. I'm stood on the barrier 114. Games like that, you don't want to be in 114 on the barrier. The noise that you hear. Now, Liverpool fans, to be fair, were pretty poor by the standards, you know, top of the league. Your fans are shite. That's what they were, you know. But for a team that is top of the league, you'd have thought they'd be a bit better, you know, away from home. But they weren't great. But it doesn't matter who you're playing. It could happen if we concede, you know, against Plymouth on Saturday. I'll still expect the same. That silence before the ball hits the back of the net. The silence is almost as deafening as the celebration. It's a horrible noise. I feel like moving from 114 for that reason, but we'll approach that next season. I'm just waffling on here now. I think I've spoke about everything I want to speak about. Like I said at the start of this, obviously apologies for there being no match day vlog. I filmed it halfway through anyway with the intention of making one, but there was just nothing to sing and dance about. There was just a bit of a dull feeling. Even the Liverpool fans weren't great. It was just a boring match, and yeah, like I said, there was not that much to film, so I'm not going to waste your time putting out something that isn't worth watching or worth me editing. As I said, I want to make a standard on here, I want to take this seriously, and it weren't a good watch. So yeah, hopefully this one's been better. Let me know your thoughts on everything I've said in the comments. Tomorrow I will have the I can say Newcastle, then the Tottenham preview. That's going to be a massive game, a massive game, because as it looks for the Premier League, the Premier League top four race for Manchester City, we sort of got away with one this week. You know, I said in the preview for Liverpool that this could be a big week for City, a big game for City because of the games that were happening around us, and every result sort of fell in our favour. Bournemouth got beat by Wolves. Unbelievable result for City. Chelsea got beat by Villa. Forest got beat by Newcastle. All the teams that were around us got beat, but then City got beat as well. We had an opportunity coming into the game to go into third place. Newcastle beat Forest 4-3, but wasn't to be. We didn't capitalise, but as much as we didn't capitalise, we didn't drop. You know, if results would have been different around us, I could be filming this now in 6th place, something like that. So yeah, not Newcastle, I've said it again. Spurs on Wednesday night is going to be a big game for City. I've sat down for the rest of the video. I'm stroking the dog. Hey, you're making your YouTube first appearance, Zach. How are you feeling? What are your thoughts on the City game, eh? Exactly. Yeah, as for the league table, we're still in 4th, and there's a long way to go yet. There's still another good 12 games. We've got a lot more big games to play in, but you know, we'll get over that one. It's not as bitter as a lot of the other games we've lost this season. You know, you lose to top of the league, you can sort of accept it with the play that we've played and the position we've been in at certain points of the season. So I think a lot of fans didn't expect much going into it anyway. I said in the bit you didn't see, I said that, you know, I'd take a draw in this game, and I would have took a draw, but wasn't to be. But yeah, keep an eye out for tomorrow's video, the Tottenham preview. Let me know your thoughts on everything I've said. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Zach. Bye.